Good morning, teacher. Today I'm going to talk about how food has changed throughout history and how it represents culture, traditions, and identity. Many people think that food is only something we need to survive, but every meal tells a story. Through food, we can learn about a country's history, traditions, beliefs, and the way people live. Food connects people and helps us understand different cultures around the world. The evolution of food. First of all, one of the most important moments in the history of food was the discovery of fire. Before that, early humans ate raw food. When they learned how to cook, food becomes safer, easier to digest, and more nutritious. Cooking also brought people together. Families started sharing meals around the fire, and this became one of the first social traditions in human history. Trade and exploration. Another important moment was the arrival of Christopher Columbus in America. After this event, many ingredients traveled between Europe and America in what is known as the Columbian Exchange. Foods like tomatoes, potatoes, corn, and cocoa arrived in Europe. While wheat, rice, sugar, and livestock came to America. As a result, cuisine around the world changed forever and many new recipes were created. Fourth, migration and globalization. Migration has also changed the way people cook. When people move to another country, they take their recipes, traditions, and cooking methods with them. At the same time, they learn new techniques and use local ingredients. Because of this, many dishes today are a combination of different cultures and traditions. Food has a culture. Food is an important part of cultural identity. Every country has traditional dishes that are passed down from one generation to another. These meals do more than feed us. They remind us of our families, our childhood, and our traditions. Sometimes a simple smell or taste can bring back beautiful memories from the past. Food anthropology. The second video explains that food can also be understood as a language. The French anthropologist Claude Lévi-Strauss created the culinary triangle. According to to his theory, food can be divided into three categories. Raw food represents nature. Cooked food represents culture because cooking requires knowledge, creative, and tradition. Finally, rotten or ferment food represents the relationship between nature and human intervention. This theory shows that cooking is much more than preparing food. It is a way of expressing culture. Food and belief. The second video begins with an interesting question. Why is cheese considered a delicacy in France, but it has no traditional being popular in China? The answer is that food preferences are not only about taste. They are influenced by history, traditions, belief, and culture. What is normal or delicious in one country may seem unusual in another. This shows how culture shapes the way people eat. Food traditions around the world. Food traditions are different around the world. For example, in Spain, people eat 12 grapes and midnight of New Year's even for good luck. In the United States, families celebrate Thanksgiving by eating turkey together. In Colombia, many families prepare tamales, lechona, or natilla during special celebrations. Although these meals are different, they all have the same purpose bringing families together and preserving traditions. Preserving traditions. And food today. Later, the Industrial Revolution completely changed food production. Technology made it possible to produce, preserve, and transport food much faster. Today, globalization allows us to enjoy dishes from almost every country in the world. However, even without these changes, people continue to protect their traditional recipes because they are important part of their culture and identity. In conclusion, food is much more than a basic human need. It reflects our story, traditions, belief, and identity. Throughout history, food has changed because of fire, exploration, migration, technology, and globalization. However, it continues to connect people and preserve cultures. Every meal tells a story, and every culture uses food to express who they are. And this is my glossary. And thank you, teacher, for your attention. Bye.